I'm late. I'm late. I know. Hey, man, I'm sorry. Life started, lifing on your boy at a birthday and everything. But look, this Brooke sure hard. So, things work out. Things work out. But I know I'm mad late. We're here with One Piece Chapter 1186 once more. Um, Try to power through 3 chapters today, hopefully. Let's see where this goes, people. Let's see where this goes. So on the cover request by Sundango, Loki covertly drawing Ida, who is secretly amused by it. Yeah, he loved him some Ida. Losing Ida broke him, and the fact that his own people, his mom's folks, like his mom's people, his the people who see themselves as like the higher class of Elbath killed Ida through poison. I know he'd never gonna get over that, and he hates that dynamic. And I think that's a part of why Loki's story is so important. But all right, where we left off, we was on Esperia, and Brooke encountered Gunko, a dead Leuven, and looked like a Gorosei member or somebody that was else in this chamber, all in this palace. And Brooke is there just trying to save his big brother Leuven, and it is to no avail. He is gone. Look like Leuven got turned into a demon as well. But let's jump right into it. Brooks past the world government versus Asperia. Don't give up. And you see bombs. This is like a bombardment of Asperia at this point. Winning independence is our only shot at survival, as these warriors from Asperia being shot down by Marines left and right. And we go to Brooke, who is literally shook at what he's seeing in the royal castle as he tries to save Leuven. He sees a demonic Shuri looking at him with a bloody sword. So Brooke is in shock, like, what? And this mysterious figure that is with Shuri, and I guess is like, I don't know. I don't know who this mysterious figure is. It could be Emu or one of the Gorosei. They all are saying nothing, but it's a kanji reading for all of them. Maybe surprise. Brooke runs over to Leuven. We need a medic, quick. The king is in critical condition. Big bro, hang in there, bro. Please. You gotta. Oh, so this is Emu. Emu. Oh, so this is Emu because you can see Emu's crown coming out of this like bird like creature, but you can see Emu's regular form coming out that creature so as well. So Emu is there on Esperia. It had to be there. So very interesting. As Brooke holds Leuven, big bro, huff huff. And then Brooke starts to reminisce. Are you a fan, mister? Don't call me mister. Yo ho ho ho. Well, I suppose I'll just call you big bro. And see Brooke and Leuven laughing. Bro, big bro. And we come back to the present with him holding his big brother in his hand. Dot 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 says he. As Emu looks on, and Brooke is still waiting for that dad medic. Um, Emu says this sudden intrusion, slam, is quite the inconvenience. Oh, so Emu closes the door and disappears at the same time. Now Shuri steps in to talk to Brooke. Brooke, you know that guy's dead already, right? Brooke looks like, huh? Huff, huff. Why is she talking to me like this? Brooke stands up and points his sword to this mysterious figure in the room. You, who are you? What have you done to Princess Shuri? You see, I've watched over Shuri since she was a baby. She's totally incapable of this. There's nothing I don't know when it comes to the princess. And then Shuri says, then tell me, Brooke, did you know that I'm a celestial dragon? And a little pan over to Leuven. This guy wasn't really my father. Did you know that? Don't call him this guy. Huh? What are you even saying? You are the child of King Leuven. That's a fact. Can you prove that? That's irrelevant when it comes to the bond between a parent and a child. Dree says, this, uh, it isn't this is life change. This isn't what? This, Oh, it says, isn't it? This is life changing news. I should have been raised by a celestial dragon. These past 16 years were a complete waste. Don't you understand how angry that makes me? And that demand for 1,000 slaves. Isn't it true? This guy just didn't want to hand me over. Stop calling him that. This guy was a good for nothing king who pointlessly led his people to their doom. That's why I made him take responsibility. With the king dead, this war can end. And Brooke says, but defeat will make our nation a lawless land. Shuri says that is no longer my concern. Oh, he's a god knight. So this guy that's been in the room with Shuri is a god knight. Um, Knight of God, Saint Manmayer Grow. I remember you now. There was a kid with an afro among Candel's attendants. You weren't allowed to come near me. So a god knight knew of Brooke, but he knew that Brooke was not of royalty. Like, hold up. So Candel, hold up. Are you telling me Candel and this guy Manmayer Grow had Shuri? This is her father. This is her real father then, right? Right. This would make sense. This would be her real father, Manmayer Grow, right? And then the shock in Brooke's face, he says that I and Manmayer Grow has the same eyes as Shuri. Bro says we wouldn't normally come all the way to a backwater country like this to retrieve a single brat, but this kid possesses those mismatched eyes. Being born with that trait is truly rare, and the Great One desires them. I didn't awaken it myself, but she might. Thou has said too much, Grow, says Emu. Ooh. Oh, forgive me, Great One. Hey, Shuri, huh? So Shuri's eyes are very important. Okay. Why, though? I love how eyes become so important in One Piece. Um, so Shuri has a secret power that she might be able to use, and that's why Emu wanted her, and that's why they went to Esperia to go get her. Crazy stuff here. Crazy stuff. Okay. Um, Shuri starts to approach Brooke. Wait, no, wait. This is just a dream, right? I used to change your diapers. I know everything about you, princess. And Shuri says, you're so patronizing. Shedding tears like that is beyond pathetic. I deserve stronger protection. If I go to the Holy Land now, I won't need you anymore. And we have a flashback of Brooke holding young Shuri. To me, you were always an angel. And then we back to the present, but now you look like a demon. And looks like Shuri is legit using Candel's sword attacks. Gavanta Bond or Gavanta I forget what the hell that is called. No, we're gonna look it up because I need the whole thing. Oh, it's just so solid. Oh, that's the name of okay. Okay. Gavante Bond and Avant. Okay. I can't read. Okay. So we go ahead and establish that. She uses soul solid. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Yeah, the translation ain't work. Um, in Brooks' mind, he said, "I couldn't protect Big Bro, the man who saved my life." He drops his sword and doesn't even defend himself against Shuri's attack. He drops his sword and she thrusts. Bon devant. Bon et devant. Struggling. Um, and Shuri pierces Brook straight through the skull. From frogs to cattle, from kings to shadows. Of the dead, you will find only bones get left behind. So in this instance, Shuri legit tries to kill Brook and get rid of Brook. Bones alone, as everyone knows. That's just the way the story goes. So Brook was killed by Shuri. And man may grow as they leave out with Emu. Emu has met Brook. Emu has legit met Brook. And Brook comes to Commander Brook, he's awake. It's a miracle. I'm shocked a sword went through your head and you survived. It's a miracle it missed your major blood vessels and brainstem. The brain itself. What about the king? So Brook has some brain damage. He clearly had some brain damage, so he might be, have some amnesia or forgot something after he was stabbed through the head. Kinda like y'all rule back in Elbaf, which is crazy. People surviving these head attacks. It's crazy. But if Brook has his devil fruit, it would make sense why he came back to life, or how he was able to miss such vital organs in his head and his brain. Maybe his soul fruit was able to just maintain in his body this time instead of like the next time he perishes. This guy's just kind of crazy. I'm not sure how much you remember, Commander. We shouldn't give it to you. Shouldn't give you too much of a shock. No, I want you to tell me. We failed. The king is dead. An eyewitness saw Princess Shuri boarding a government ship. Most citizens have already fled the country. It doesn't matter where they go now. They'll be refugees. What? Commander, oh no, his wound reopened. Commander, stay with us. Commander, as you see Brook crying his eyes out, that it wasn't just a dream, that this was real life that he just experienced. And now we back to the present day. Back then, I didn't even know what a devil fruit was, let alone did he even realize he had one. He didn't even know he had one. He just knew he couldn't swim. It's kind of crazy. Back then, I didn't even know what a devil fruit was. The princess seemed so different after the king's murder. It was chilling. She looked just like a demon, but I always thought I was hallucinating. If that was actually real, though. So he thought it was always fake. He didn't know if it was real what he saw. No wonder. Oh, so he was so curious about this appearance now that he was like, oh, I remember this, but I didn't think it was real. Hey, guys, as Brooke sobs, do you think it's okay if I put my faith in Princess Shuri once more? Frankie starts to cry, and Nami starts tearing up, and Usopp and Jinbei just looking stoically. Brooke says, if she's a victim, then run, Brooke. Is that the is that just because I'm their daughter? I want to save her, Princess Shuri. Please, everyone, lend me your strength. Jinbei says, no need to be so formal. Let's hurry and smash that ice. Nami says, I wonder if lightning will do it. Frankie crying, a radical babe is our best bet. He is crying. And Usopp says, it seems like explosives don't work. What should I do? As Brooke runs off, hey, Brooke, wait up. Whoa. He starts running off to, I guess, Shuri, maybe. Walrus School, cafeteria. Oh, I'm stuffed. This is clearly Luffy. That crazy new guy is Elbaf's enemy, right? Huff huff. He's my enemy too. I'm overflowing with power. The way I'm feeling right now, I don't think I can lose. Luffy blast off with a whole mouthful of food. Crazy. Huff huff. Huff huff. Targeting kids. The world government sure plays dirty, says Loki. Emu says, "Thou art ignorant of the reason then. Shall I enlighten thee?" 800 years ago, the giant race were defeated in a bid to rescue their children. 800 years ago, the giant race were defeated in a bid to rescue their children. 800 years ago, what are you saying? A few centuries is not nearly enough to change the nature of a race. Without fail, thine people inevitably bend the knee when thine offspring are taken. Ignorance of the significance of what is occurring is irrelevant. History always repeats it. Tis already too late. Thou art slaves of Mu. You prick, what are you trying to say? Hey, dumbass! As Luffy starts flying into the picture, base form, holding his arm. Maybe a Kong gun? Oh, no, just a regular Goma Goma no hockey pistol. Hey, get off Elbath as Luffy punches Emu straight in the face. Get off Elbath. But what Emu is saying right here is crazily important. 800 years ago, the giant race were defeated in a bid to rescue their children. So their children were taken hostage, right? The children were taken hostage in the past, and Emu has ordered the Guard Knights to redo what they did once before. That's so petty, bro. But this is clearly like this is not a throwaway piece of information. 800 years ago, the same thing happened. 800 years ago, the same thing happened. But I don't know if 800 years ago was the war or was it 900 years ago was the war. Because if it was 800 years ago, that's probably the end of the void century, right? That would be the end of the void century, not the beginning. At the end of the void century, the children, the giant race was defeated because their children were taken. That's what that says. That's what that says to me. Maybe, maybe not. But from what I'm reading, that's the end of the void century. The children were taken away, and Elbath was defeated. Crazy stuff, bro. Crazy stuff. And thank y'all for tuning in. This was a crazy chapter 1186. I got another two more chapters to get to. Um, but man, thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, holler at your boy. And we'll be back with the next chapter in maybe a couple minutes. So all right, appreciate y'all.